Basically, in a nutshell, and I do this a lot because I attend a lot of 12-step groups, and those 12-step groups is I share that in the beginning, on March 23rd, 2003, I was at the bottom, or what we know as the bottom in my life. I had just been arrested, I was put in jail, I'm sitting there, and everything was gone. Everything was going to be different. I didn't know how it was going to be different. But something changed on that day. And when I was pulled over, and I'd like to say that thanks to law enforcement and judicial system and lawyers to that, I was rocketed into a different path in my life. Before that, I spent the last 30 years of my life, I was 40 years old when that happened, being an addict and an alcoholic, not knowing that, of course, was the only normal way of living that I had. And I spent a lot of that time throughout those years, you know, having a life, but not having a life. I was soulless, had no hope. Every day was Groundhog Day. Every day was a process of what I could get out of life as opposed to what I could give to life. And that's how I'd like to explain, you know, explain addiction. And but when I had that, what I like to call a spiritual experience on that day, on March 23rd, I had a choice. I could either go back to the way I was living, or I could learn a new, different way to live. And somewhere along that way, I asked the most important question to nobody in particular, or I said the statement to nobody in particular that I needed help. I had no idea at that moment what that help was going to be and how that help was going to manifest, or where my life was going to go. But I'm sitting in New York City, and that's where I'm originally from, and I asked for help.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.